Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
20.
Mayfield to throw it. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
And 9 yards.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
180. Run. Point it right. Start.
Now Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Bucs at 500, sitting at 5-5. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, it's going to start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
180.
Here's Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Browns defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. 180.
Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
180! What's up?
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On 3rd down, they go with Irving.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Go.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Townsend.
That's complete. It's the rookie from USC. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First down, Cleveland.
They go play action here on first down.
Oh, that is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Hold it ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now.
Deep to return is Darius Davis.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Going to be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Mayfield now. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right on the 30.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Cowboy 80.
Once again, Judkins. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Now he's going to step up and run.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Townsend. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
180.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
180. Alert, 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 alert. Stop.
Throwing, Mayfield. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Kings, Kings, Kings.
To throw, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Hurry, hurry! 180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert, 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 alert! What's that?
They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
How about how they spread the field in their formation? All those receivers running around, and not a single one of them finds a window in that zone. Great communication on the back end. Everyone pointing out different guys in their assignments. And guess who pays the price? The quarterback, as he gets dumped.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
180!
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile.
Set! 180! What's up?
They'll run a draw now with Akers. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hey, hey! Check that!
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got room! And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Second and 13. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Cowboy 80. Roll.
On first down, here's Judkins.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns have moved out in front.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
The score, Browns 7, Buccaneers nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics, or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach, and now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Townsend.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
2nd and 6. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
Run the check.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Browns first down.
Bring it. Go. Ready.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Come on, come on. Hey. Go.
2nd and 11. Now they go screen. It's complete.
He's got room past the 30.
Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Final minute now of the third quarter.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A toss to Jenkins, running right.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The defensive back, Jamal Adams, in on the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Crack all 80.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring. And each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Hurry, hurry. 180. Real. What's that?
Mayfield to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
180. Hurry. Pistol. Up.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They find some open field here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
First down, right back to Judkins.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Pack the 60, pack the 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
60 by 6.
A give up the middle, Judkins.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
2nd and 10.
Set. 180. Alert, 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 alert. Stop.
Here's Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to
It's
go.
been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Set. 180.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. Complete to Braden Willis.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
Will dump this off to Akers.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
180. What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
What's up?
And again, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
180. Stop.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Hold the set. Here we go. Here we go. Cavalry Lions. Ready, right?
On the handoff, this is Judkins. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A give. Here's Judkins.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. Liking 18.
They'll give it to Judkins. And he will have the Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
Now it's Judkins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.